The Vera Show. The Vera Show. The Vera Show. The Vera Show. Let's talk about it. 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 On the Vera Show. Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Hello. And I am so excited, but I know. I say that every week. And that's because I am. I'm excited about the guest that I have tonight. This is a young man who has vision, who has passion, who has goals, and who wrote some information on a napkin, him and his friends. And it became a reality. So right now I'm going to pull up my guests. Hello, Brandon. How are you?
Hello.
It is so good to see you. And before I even do your bio, I'm going to play this little video which depicts some of the things that you guys are doing, which is so awesome. So awesome. And I know I put it up here. Where is it? Okay. Hold on. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me pull up your bio and let's talk about who is Brandon and what Brandon has been about in his young life. Hold on 1 minute. Let me pull this up. Okay. Brandon, he is a young entrepreneur, a life mentor. Growing up, he always dreamed of achieving great things and making a difference in the world. He was driven, ambitious, hardworking. However, as he got older, he found himself becoming increasingly anxious and depressed. He felt like he was constantly struggling to keep up with the demands of school and work and his personal life. He started to feel overwhelmed and hopeless, like he would never be able to achieve his goals. For a long time, he kept his struggles to himself. He didn't want the burden to burden his friends or his family with his problems. And he felt like no one would understand what was going on through him and what he was going through. He felt alone and isolated and didn't know where to turn for help. Then he started to realize that he needed a mentor. He needed someone who had been through similar struggles and who could offer him guidance and support. He started reaching out to people whom he admired and respected, and eventually found someone who was willing to take him under their wing. His mentor was a game changer for him. They helped him to see that his struggles were not unique and that he was not alone. They gave him practical advice on how to manage his anxiety and depression, and they encouraged him to continue to pursue his dreams. Through his mentor's guidance, he was able to develop healthy coping mechanisms and a more positive outlook on life. And he learned that it's okay to ask for help and that there are people out there who want to support. Brandon, first of all, thank God that you had the wherewithal to seek out help when you recognized that you needed it. So many times people struggle alone. So many times people feel like they're the only ones out here, and the anxiety and the depression builds and builds and builds. So I'm going to give you the floor and let you share with our audience your story. How old were you when you recognized that things were just not moving and right and going the way you wanted them to go? And then how did you find a mentor? Because you went and you sought out someone. And I say kudos to you because so many young people, they don't do that. And for you to have the wherewithal to do that, that is awesome. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to give you the floor and let you share with our audience.
Uh, okay. I was about, I believe, 28 years old. It haven't been long ago, about 2, 3 years ago, when I met my mentor. Um, I was basically looking for someone to bridge the gap between what I knew and what God was putting in my heart and what I wanted to know. Um, I couldn't find the answers. I tried reading, I tried Google, uh, I tried asking people, but people don't have an answer. They never been through certain situations, or they haven't been where I was trying to go. And I stumbled across my mentor on Facebook one night. I was just up scrolling Facebook, and I don't know how I got into. I don't know how he came about, but I just started watching him and watching his Facebook lives and reading his statuses, and I just reached out to him one day, and it's been life changing ever since.
That is amazing. That is wonderful. And before we talk about how you and two other people were sitting at a restaurant writing on a napkin and you came up with some dreams and some ideas and some things that you could do. But before I even share that, I am going to share the video that talks about one of those concepts, one of those ideas that you had.
Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel a good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance.
That is awesome. That is so awesome. I love the music. I'm just dancing back here. I love. So tell me about who produced that for you, and where did the music come from?
Well, one of our VAs did a whole video promotion, and she also chose the music as well.
That's awesome. Well, the music is jamming. I love it. And so tell us about this event. And it's coming up August 27th.
Yes, ma'am. This Sunday in Aiken, South Carolina. It's just an event for entrepreneurs, uh, regular 9 to 5 people. We're gonna have good food, different vendors selling products, uh, different services. No, it's going to be a excellent event. It's absolutely free. We have grab bags for teachers. We're giving away free haircuts to kids. Um, it's. I think it's going to be amazing.
It sounds amazing. And to think, tell us about this napkin experience and how you guys were sitting at a restaurant just brainstorming, I guess,
Yes, ma'am.
and you started writing stuff on napkins, and everything you wrote on the napkins became a reality, right?
Yes.
Thoughts
Yeah.
are things, and we are what we think about. If you can write it, and even scripture says, write the vision, make it plain. And
Yes.
that's what you guys did. And so I want you to talk about the vision and what you wrote down and what you're doing now as a result of what you wrote down. And I'm going to give you the floor. I'm just excited to have you here. I really am. And to know that these are young people. And I'm also going to pull up. Oh, we have a comment here. Let's see. Okay, Marilyn Harris. She says, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening, Marilyn. All right. So I'm going to give you the floor and let you talk about that. And then I'm also going to share with our audience your partners. Well, let me do that first. Let me share your partners. And then you're going to share your stories. So let me go up here and get your partners. And then you're going to talk about how you guys came up with all this stuff. So you want to share with us who your other partners are?
Okay. In the middle, you have our CFO, Marilyn Harris, and on to the right of her, you have our COO, Tabitha Butler.
And I have to mute myself as you're talking because I'm getting feedback and we don't want that going on. So if I am not saying anything, it's because I'm muted. But what I want you to share with us, tell us how the three of you came together. Tell us what each of you, what your capacities are, and what it is that each of you do, and all the different. I mean, you guys are doing some phenomenal things. So I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to leave this picture up so that people can see who you are, and you can talk about each one of you separate and then together.
Okay. Um, one day, we actually went to a business conference in Miami, and we were sitting one night for dinner. We were sitting at the table, and me and Tab, we was already into the entrepreneur world, and Miss Marilyn wasn't, and we was just just talking about what we can do to start a business, to start a business, and not only a business, but to do something that we enjoy doing, but try to make a profit from it as well. Uh, and Miss Marilyn, who is also my aunt, she was my virtual assistant before we even heard of virtual assistants. I have a trucking business, and it would be times when I was on the road, I would call her like, "Hey, auntie, I need you to do this for me, or can you do this for me?" Or in Tab, she was my virtual assistant as well. I would scan my receipts in, my fuel receipts, my maintenance receipts. I would send everything to her. She would put it into a spreadsheet for me, and so we just took all of that and was like, it's a lot of entrepreneurs out here who's doing a lot of work and is experiencing burnout and could use the extra help. So that's how we figured we would come together and start VA Staffing Service, which is a virtual assistant staffing agency.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So, based on your needs, and let me pull this down now. So, based on your needs yourself, you recognize, well, if I need these services, and they were already doing these services for you, it was just a natural progression to start a VA service.
Yes, ma'am. Because I was using the virtual assistant as well. Miss Tab was using the virtual assistant as well. So we just uh us three plus our two virtual assistants came together and put it together.
And how many virtual assistants are under your belt right now?
We have internally we have about five, but we have some that's external for our clients as well.
Okay, so if someone wanted to become a part of your staffing service, are you still looking for VAs to be a part of your system?
Yes, ma'am. We
Oh,
always hire, we always reviewing, always accepting applications. Um, but we hire directly from the Philippines.
oh, okay. All right. So, okay. So all of your VAs come from the Philippines?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Tell me how that happened? How did you end up with that happening like that?
Well, I started using the VA. I started a freight brokerage, and I was doing everything myself. I had to find the leads, learn the CRM, learn how to use the computer, learn, and I just got tired of it. I just got tired, and then I was talking to my mentor one day, and he told me about, hey, just hire you a VA from the Philippines and pay them X amount of dollars, and you can get them to do the cold calling for you, or you can get them to put your stuff in the software for you. And I tried it out, and I loved it. It took so much weight off my back. Um, it took so much weight off my back. I loved it. I loved my VA before I even started the VA service staffing agency.
That is amazing. So a lot of people, I know that a lot of people use VAs from the Philippines. Now, did you have any problems in terms of the language barrier or anything like that? And are you particular about making sure that your VAs are, what's the word, can speak English well enough that it's understood by those that may be acquiring their services?
Yes, ma'am. The Philippine culture as a whole, English is like their second language. But sometimes we do run into a few candidates who English is not that well, and we can't understand them. But to be fluent in English is pretty much a requirement. Um, you have to go through about three different interviews before you are accepted for the job.
All right, all right. That's awesome. So, would you ever consider VAs from the United States?
Um,
And I would imagine one of the reasons that you're looking at the Philippines is because the wages are more comparable to doing this kind of work. I would
yes, ma'am.
imagine.
It's way more affordable. Um, I can't stress enough their work ethic. They appreciate their job. They're so thankful for their job. It's totally different from working with someone here in the States.
Had
Uh,
you tried working with people here in the States before?
I have. Not
All
all
right.
bad, not all good.
All right. All
Yes, ma'am.
right. And we're not going to talk more any much more about that because we don't want to give the wrong impression here.
Yes,
But all right, so you have the VA service.
yes,
You
ma'am.
also have a nonprofit,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm going to pull that up. It's called Love with Action, and actually, this nonprofit is pretty much the spearhead of this event that you guys got coming up in August on the 27th, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, you want to talk about Love in Action and tell us more about it?
Well, love with action was born out of desire to act on love words. When somebody says, "I'll pray for you," do they really pray? Um, it's pretty much it's it's I can't this nonprofit is for everybody. it's for everybody who don't have a clue, who want to have a clue. It's for to be able to give back to the community, um, the less fortunate, and that's pretty much support each other, just to support in the community. That's one reason why. That's another big reason. With our showcase on Sunday is to just support different local businesses, um, and that's pretty much that's
Come back up here. All right. Thank you. Now, what I was saying, love in action. People talk about loving, talk about what they want to do for you, talk about how, oh, I want to help you. How can I help you? But if it's not in action, actions speak louder than words. You can tell people you love them all day long. But
that's
if
right.
you're not praying for them, if you're not helping them, if you're not providing and supplying some needs for them, so let me ask you, so how does this organization work? Where do you get your contributions? Where do you get, and can anybody be a part of Love in Action? Tell us about that.
Well, we also have a grant writing service. We get contributions from through grants, through nonprofit grants. Um, we also have a few local businesses that donate to the cause. Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So you said you have a grant writing service. Does
Yes,
that mean that your services you can dole out your services to help other nonprofits
yes,
write
ma'am.
grants and things of that nature?
Now we can set up your nonprofit, your 501c3. We can write your grants, we can find your grants, do everything from for profit and for nonprofit.
Well, let me ask you this. Are you looking for other grant writers to help you with that endeavor?
I will be in the future, however, all of my help comes from the Philippines.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good to know. That's good to know because I write grants. So hey, if I can find an opportunity to do some stuff, then I'm definitely looking at it.
That's right.
So so okay. Now we talked a little bit about your struggle, but not a whole lot. You talked about how you reached out to a mentor. When did you, and you said that you were about 27 when
Yes.
you started feeling this anxiety and all of this. Were you in college at the time?
No, man, I was working.
You were working.
I was.
Okay. So was there an event or something that happened that triggered the depression and the anxiety? Was there something that happened that caused that?
No, man, I just feel like I was just like, this can't be it. This can't be the way. Like something gotta change. Something um this ain't it. It
Okay.
was kind of like I knew, but hearing it from somewhere else, the confirmation or whatever, it helped me out a lot.
Yeah, I can understand because I remember, crying and praying and asking, what is my purpose? Why was I born? And really going through it. So I understand. I really understand how that happens. And being able, like I said, you having the wherewithal to seek out help. And I want to say to my audience, listen, take heed to what he did. He sought out help. Don't feel like you have to be in these crises alone. Don't feel like you have to suffer in silence because you don't. There's help out there. You can, and sometimes we have to seek it. Sometimes we have to encourage ourselves. But I'm telling you, and so getting into the trucking industry, was that a part of some ideas that your mentor gave you, or how did you come up on that?
I've been in trucking now for like 10 years.
Okay, as a
Um,
driver.
I started as a driver,
Okay.
and then I bought my first truck, and then I just continued gradually grew from there.
Okay. So do you have a fleet of trucks right now?
I have a total of 4 trucks now.
And you have other drivers
Yes,
other
ma'am.
than you?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my.
Yes,
That
ma'am.
is so awesome. And you're what, 30 years old?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh my God. Driven, like your bio says, driven, ambitious. That
Mhm.
is amazing. So when did you start your fleet of trucks? When did that start?
I bought my first truck in uh, February 2018.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. February 2018. I bought my first truck.
And so you were what?
Something
Six?
like that. 25.
Yeah, okay. Okay, okay. When I'm not a mathematician. I just guess. Okay, anyway, go ahead. So you
and,
bought your first truck when you were like 25 years old, okay? And then
and then we just worked. We just worked every day, every single day, 7 days a week, 3 4 months at a time. It was just work, and um, it got to the point that where when I take off, when I'm at work, I'm home, but when I'm at home, I'm ready to go back to work.
wow, so it was in you.
It
That
was
was your passion.
yes, ma'am.
Is
It
it
was
still your passion?
work.
Well, driving and
That
clearly
was
work is your passion. Clearly.
it was at first. I used to love driving. Now I enjoy helping people.
Okay.
Talking to people and doing whatever I can do to help people. Being in
That
the
is
driver's seat, I'm just I'm by myself. I'm an introvert, so I'm just by myself. And I love driving, don't get me wrong, but I enjoy helping other people more.
that's wonderful. That is wonderful. So I keep okay, let me come back. All right. So can you hear me? Okay. So you said you're an introvert?
Yes, I'm
Okay, so
slowly trying to get out of it. Trying to
it's
get out of
working.
it.
All you got to do is just keep doing it. And, the more you're out there and putting yourself out there, the more comfortable you'll be. And before you know it, you'll be like me, running your mouth all the time. So this is awesome. And the fact that you want to help people, that just says so much about you, Brandon. And you said you're alone, so you don't have any children, you're not married or anything like that.
I'm not married, but I do have one child. I have a little girl.
Oh, okay. Tell me about your daughter.
She's 8 years old. Um,
Okay.
Spoil rotten.
All right. That's awesome.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
awesome. Little girls need their dads. Let
Yeah.
me tell you. And I know boys need their fathers too, but little girls, treat her like a queen.
Yes, ma'am.
Let her know how special she is. And I'm sure with her being your only child, you do that.
Yes.
Speaking of which, I have a parenting book. I'm going to pull this up right quick. I have a parenting book that's really, we're launching it today. And so after my show, I'll be on another platform promoting this book. It's called No Problem Parenting. And you see here it says, all the confidence, all the self esteem I have worked so hard to acquire was gone as a result of being in a domestic violent type marriage. But what I had to do, I had to not only get back to me and gain the confidence and self esteem that I needed to get back to, but I have to do it for my son as well. And so this chapter talks about the parent I chose to be to make my son a more positive, self assured, and confident child. And those are some of the tools and tips that I share as a coach working with parents and their children. So I wanted to share that. And we've got another comment coming in. Let's see what they are saying. Aman, okay, now this is someone from another country. And all he's saying, hi, we have people from all over the world that watches my show. And so, hi, Haman. I can't pronounce your last name, but thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And okay, so you got a daughter. That is wonderful. And you know what? I'm going to pause because I do have commercials that I'm supposed to play. So I'm going to take a few minutes and play a couple of commercials and then we'll be right back. Okay.
All righty.
So here, okay, let me.
Mama Knows creates high quality products that are available to be used on multiple textures of hair. Her goal is to bridge the gap to stop people from having to use multiple products because of families with multiple hair types. Her products are currently being used on men, women, children of all ethnicities. Mama Knows products are available at www.mamaknowsproducts.com. That's www.mamaknowsproducts.com. You can also find her on Instagram at Mama Knows Products because Mama knows what you need.
Mama knows what you need. Let me tell you about these products. They are awesome and they are for all ethnic groups. Shampoos, conditioners, hair growth serums, all kinds of stuff. And they smell so good. I'm telling you, I use the products. They smell great. So Mama Knows products. You can go to mamaknowsproducts.com. mamaknowsproducts.com. And we have another listener here, Tab Butler. She says, loving the show. Thank you for listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. And by the way, let me just say to my listening audience, please like, share, comment, and support the Vera Thomas Show. So like, share, comment, and support the Vera Thomas Show. You can support me by donating Cash App, $ Instill Great, or Venmo at BT 1117. I need your support so that I can continue to bring shows like this that will encourage, uplift, inspire, and motivate and educate. And I've got this young man here. I'm so grateful to have him here. 30 years old, multiple entrepreneur, and just an awesome young man. So support my show by going to Cash App, Instill, $ Instill Great, or Venmo VT 1117. And I'm going to leave that up there for a little while. And also, now, Brandon, what else is in store for Brandon? What else is in store for Brandon? What are you? I mean, you're ambitious. You're a hard worker. You are setting an extremely great example for your daughter. And so, what are some other plans of Brandon?
Right now, I don't know. I don't know what's in store.
Well, clearly, you are walking by faith,
and not by sight.
And not by sight.
Ma'am.
You trust God, and I can see that. And he's really brought you a long way. He was the one that directed you to that mentor,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That was a prayer.
And see, so you prayed and you asked, but tell me about that.
Well, I just knew that he always have faith the size of a mustard seed. And I just kept faith. I knew it would get greater later. I didn't know when, I didn't know how. I didn't know what. So I just kept going and stuck to what I know and kept believing and just kept going, kept praying.
I'll tell you, prayer works. And sometimes it doesn't happen when we want it to happen. Yeah. And sometimes we want to get discouraged, but you got to keep that faith. You got to keep that faith.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. There's plenty of times I'm like, yo, God, is this for me? Because I can go back to 9 to 5. I can go back to the plant, go live a regular and just be happy. But it wasn't.
No, he has purpose. Right. Purpose. And see, the thing is, you knew you had purpose. You knew there was a purpose for your life. but you got kind of discouraged because you weren't sure what it was. But then it revealed itself to you, and you're saying, I want to help people. Oh my God. You don't know how, I mean, and you know what, Brandon? You're going to be blessed even more. More doors are going to open, more opportunities are going to come because of your heart. Because of your heart. And I do need to do another commercial. So we will be right back.
All right.
All right. Let me find the one I'm looking for. Okay. Joy 365, a devotional for joy restoration. The joy of the Lord is our strength. And this particular book is about restoring your joy. So she's looking for 365 authors to write a chapter that represents each day of the year to help others restore their joy. Restore their joy. So, if you're interested in being one of those 365 authors, for more information, contact Vanessa Blackwell at vrblackwell@gmail.com. Vanessa Blackwell, vrblackwell@gmail.com. Yes, you want to be involved in this. If you want to uplift, encourage, motivate, inspire, and just restore joy, you want to be a part of this book. All right. Now, let me say to you, Brandon. So, is there any more you want to share with us about your partners?
They're the best. They're the best. They're the best business partners I've had. You know, they accept accountability. They put in the same amount of work as me. They come to me with this. I don't know. I couldn't ask for a better set of executives.
I want to kind of talk about that because as an entrepreneur, as a business person, you want to align with people that are of like mind, people
Yes.
that are just as hardworking as you are. There is nothing worse than being around or having partners that aren't carrying their weight.
Yes.
And we have another comment. She says, okay, she says, thanks. Yes, well, thank you for watching, Tab. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And so making sure that your partners are in line with you and they have the same passion. They have the same, they understand their purpose and they're willing to be side by side, working as hard as you do. There's nothing worse, I'm telling you. Having experience being with teams where there was this, you didn't have that synergy because with a team that's effective, then one plus one equals three. You get more done when you've got that synergy. And I'm sure you guys have this faith, walking by faith And I'm sure you guys even pray and do those things among yourselves as you're pursuing and what it is you're doing, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Well, I know you got, I'm going to play this event again so people can see what's coming up on this Sunday. And if you live in South Carolina, in the Aiken area, even if you, I mean, Atlanta's only 3 hours away. So come on. You can even come from Atlanta and go to this event. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to be among other entrepreneurs that are doing something, that are doing things of service, you want to try to make this event. You really do. So I'm going to play it again so that people understand what you're doing. And I absolutely, like I said, I absolutely love the music. So let's play this again.
Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel a good, good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance.
Unity Unleashed. Let me say it again. Unity Unleashed. And this is a free event. Children can have haircuts. Vendors can share their businesses and what it is that they're doing. And you have quite a few sponsors that are giving you, they've got, oh my God, tell them more. Let me shut up. Tell them more.
We got a special place for the youth, for the elderly, the underserved. It doesn't matter. I mean, this event is for everybody.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And I was in a conference earlier today, and this lady coined the word. I'm looking for it because I wrote it down. She coined the word, rather than underserved, she used, what was the word? Oh, where is the word? Oh my God. Okay, I put it on a piece of paper and now I can't find it. But anyway, I thought it was awesome the way that she decided to use, okay, I can't find it. But anyway, I thought it was great. And if I find it during the course of this conversation, I will share it. But I loved how she called it. Oh, here it is. The undiscovered. Rather than the underserved, she called it the undiscovered. Because a lot of times people may not be living up to their full potential. They may be feeling down. They may not have all that God intends for them to be. And that's only because they're undiscovered, And so I thought that was a great handle instead of undeserved or okay. So now let me say this again, what it is that you're doing. And again, this event is on this Sunday. It's in Aiken, South Carolina. Now, how far is Aiken from Columbia?
About 45 minutes.
Okay, and how far? Actually, how far is it from Georgia, Atlanta? Do you know?
It's probably about 2.5, 3 hours.
Okay, because I know Columbia is 3 hours away.
Mm-hmm. So you got to pass Aiken to get to Columbia.
Oh, okay. So it's even less than 3 hours, people. It's less than 3 hours. You can come. You should plan on going. If I was able to, Lord knows I would be there myself. Less than 3 hours. Aiken, South Carolina. I'm going to play this again because I just love the music. But I want people to see what's going on in Aiken on Sunday.
Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. Boom on lock the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel a good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance.
This is going to be an exciting event, and it's this Sunday in Aiken, South Carolina. And you said you had some special things for senior citizens as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about that, since I am a senior citizen.
You got to talk to Tab about the grab bags and everything like that. Tab knows what's in the bags. I don't. Well, we have something for everybody.
Okay, so those grab bags are for everybody. There's something in the grab bags for everybody. Senior citizens, children.
Yes, ma'am.
Teenagers,
Yes,
everybody.
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Everybody. You want to get to Aiken, South Carolina this Sunday. I'm telling you.
Yes, ma'am. We also have a $5 raffle ticket going for the Carolina and the Falcons.
Oh, wow.
Ma'am, in December.
Oh, my God. You hear that? You hear that? And you know what? Did I put that up here? I didn't. But Tab, she says the grab bags are also for teachers. Yes. And you know, our teachers deserve everything we can possibly give them. Yes, you know, with all the things that are going on where teachers are concerned. So any help for teachers is definitely well deserved. Well deserved. And in my opinion, teachers should earn as much as athletes. In my opinion.
That's right.
You know. In my opinion, they really should. So, okay. And Brandon, I just think what you're doing and what your team is doing, I'm going to pull your team picture up again. What you guys are doing is phenomenal. And the fact that this was created on a napkin, on a napkin. And like I said, scripture says, write the vision, make it plain, and you can do it on a napkin, which is exactly what they did. And look at the things that they're doing. Oh my goodness. I mean, they've got love in action, love in action. You can't just talk about it. You got to be about it. And this event that they've got coming up on the 27th, they are being about the love. They're being about the love in action. And so from the napkin, we have love in action. We have the VA support services. Tell us more. Tell us more.
We have Love Action. We have TPT Transportation. We have staffing service. We have solutions. We have lifters, credit repair. We also, like I said earlier, grant writing services. It's a few different things we have to offer.
I'm putting you up front again because I want you to share all those things that you just said over again.
Okay, we have VA staffing service. We have Love with Action. We have TPT transportation services. We have Point Lifters credit repair, and we have grant writing services.
Oh my God. Did you hear this? And all that came from a napkin?
Yeah.
All that came from a napkin, writing stuff down on a piece of paper. I have my list here of things that I want to manifest. But and that's speaking of which, that was manifestation in
Yes.
action. Manifestation in action. Put it on paper and watch it happen. Put it on paper. Scripture says, write the vision, make it plain. And that's exactly what him and his partners, these two ladies, this young man and these two ladies wrote a vision, made it plain, and it became a reality. That's a poem. Wrote a vision, make it plain, and it became a reality. Yes, 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 yes. This is awesome. Awesome. Listen, you guys, don't. Okay, I'm hearing feedback. Don't allow anything or anyone to discourage you, to make you feel like you cannot do. And just like Brandon, when he recognized that he needed help, after praying about it, a way was provided. He found a mentor that helped him ease the pain and to be and keep moving forward. He was already ambitious. He was already a hard worker. He had already started a business with trucks. But then something happened that kind of made him realize there's got to be more to this than this. And as a result of him feeling like there has to be more, he felt like, what am I going to do? And he found a mentor. So I'm saying to our audience, don't wallow in depression and anxiety. Seek help. Seek help. That is what he did. And look at him now. Wrote something down on a napkin. And it became a reality. Him and his partners. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Okay. I have another commercial and then I'll be back. All right. So let me go to this and then I will be back. Yes, I am a coach, a trainer, a speaker, and you can be in touch with me by contacting me at bit.ly Vera Thomas. And today I'm excited because we got another book that's coming out called No Problem Parenting. It's launching today. And this caption says awareness precedes change. When we know better, we do better. And oftentimes as parents, we feel like, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? There, I don't want any parent to ever think that they are a bad parent. What you need to understand is when we know better, we do better. We can only do what we know. We can't teach what we don't know. We can't give what we don't have. And it doesn't make us a bad parent. It just means that there are things we need to learn, which were things I needed to learn, which is the things that I talk about in this book. All right. Well, listen, Brandon, I want you to just kind of say some encouraging words to our listening audience. Share with them some words that's going to help encourage them and inspire them, just as you have been. So I'm going to give you the floor and let you do that. All right. Just whatever comes on your heart, just speak from your heart.
First, just shift your mindset. Your mind is the key to whatever it is you want to do in life. Just stay focused, remain focused regardless of what's going on around you. Just stay focused on what it is that you want. Pray about it. Plant the seed, seed the size, the mustard seed is all. That's all it takes. Have faith in God and just do your best. Continue learning and continue striving. And continue to have a growth mindset. Don't think negative. Just leave the negativity out of your brain. Control your thoughts, and everything gonna work out.
Okay, I've been running my mouth and nobody heard me, right? Okay, love it, love it, love it. I appreciate you saying what you said. Mindset is so important. Not giving up. Don't be discouraged. Don't allow other people to kick your cat and scream at your dog, okay? Just know that you've got this. You've got this. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. And Brandon, I'm going to end with sharing this poem. I am a poet. I want to share this to you, for you. When you give all to accomplish a task, there's no need to ask. That's your greatness. When you allow creativity to flow, everyone will know that's your greatness. When you share and give of yourself till little is left, that's your greatness, Brandon. That's your greatness. Your greatness need not compare with anyone, anywhere. There's no need to compete with others you chance to meet. Your greatness, Brandon, your greatness is unique. It makes your life complete. Just be yourself and do your best. Always do your best. That greatness, your greatness, will stand the test.
That's right.
Thank you for being my guest.
Thank you.
I am so honored that you were here today.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just want to say to you guys again, you want to go to this event on the 27th, which is Sunday. I'm going to play it one more time. I love the music. I love the music. We're going to play this one more time. This is going to carry us on out. And I just want you guys, thank you again for being my guests, and much success to you. God bless you and every single thing that you do. All right?
All right.
Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up, no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when I'm getting you close. When we move, well, you already know. So just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. Feel a good creeping up on you. So just dance, dance, dance. Come on. All those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving soon, so keep dancing. I can't stop the feeling. So just dance, dance, dance.
All right. Don't leave, Brandon.
The Vera time mission. The Vera time mission. The Vera time mission. The Vera time mission. Let's talk about it. 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 On the Vera time show. Let's talk